everybody.
Hey, what's up?
What up?
I'm Marjorie.
You're who?
I'm Marjorie. And you're watching Ask DeadEndHipHop.
Ask.
Hey.
Ask. Or ass.
We was watching ass earlier though. We was watching ass.
This is the worst Ask segment ever. I'm just warning everybody.
Blushing. You sure are. You blushing like a mother. You blushing.
The question starts, what up, though? Oh, no, that's not.
Who's it from?
That's not what I want to do. That's not the one I'm going to ask.
That was a text from B she was reading. That's not what I'm looking at. I can't read this one.
Nas on Illmatic, Pac, Biggie, Wu-Tang, and many more are legends in the hip-hop world. Are there any other MCs in the current scene that you could eventually see reaching legend status like that? This question comes from Michael Armanta. Thank you so much for submitting the question.
Do you think they include Lil Wayne in that?
They should. Oh. As a legend?
Legend, like legend.
He's been rapping for a very long time.
I think
Regardless of what you think about his music.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree. He had a time frame, especially mixtape Weezy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think from, like, if mixtape Weezy all the way to the beginning, that's a hell of a career. I think, to me.
He was questioning.
I think you could even, well, because I just, they said many more, so I didn't know if they were including him in there. Even though he hasn't finished out his career. They didn't even say Jay, but obviously they throw him in there as well. So I was just wondering if Lil Wayne made that mix or not.
Would you put him in there? Is he a legend or will be a legend, or is he a legend right now?
Well, the ones that they named are like guys that have been rapping longer than like Lil Wayne. Like
Lil Wayne's been working for a long
Well,
time.
no, of course, but I think these are just older. Like Wu-Tang, that's a little older than Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne has been rapping.
Yeah, since like 90s.
A teenager, and I'm not talking about like 18,
Like 14.
Yeah, 14.
That's true.
Like he's been rapping for.
He's almost 30 now.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long time in hip hop.
Yeah, I would throw him in. I would throw him in there. I think what he's been able to do with his career, even regardless of where he stands now and some of the products he's putting out now, I think just looking over the scope of his whole career, I think he deserves a mention. I mean, he has carved out a place for himself in hip hop, and he has created and helped mold two of the biggest acts in hip hop right now. With Drake and Nicki Minaj, he has his Young Money, Cash Money thing rocking and rolling. So yeah, I think he okay.
But I think they're talking like more like current MCs, like because he's
the younger cats.
Yeah, like the younger cats. Like who would you like a J. Cole or Kendrick or
right now? I don't know if I can think of anybody that would be around long enough to.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
You can't think of anybody?
You think Crit is gonna be a legend? I think so because of his production.
No.
I think Crit has the opportunity to be a legend.
Why? Tell us why.
I think because not only can he rap, you know what I'm saying, amongst the best in hip hop right now, he's also a producer.
J. Cole raps and produces.
He's definitely not gonna be a legend.
As much as I'm a fan of him, and I don't think I can't think of nobody that's current, like new.
When I think of Crit, I see Outkast. I see the combination of
Because he raps
Dre and Big Boy.
Right. That's not gonna make him a legend by doing something that other people have already done. Even if you're doing it a little bit different, that's not gonna make you a legend.
But if he was just a rapper, I wouldn't think that he'd be a legend. But because he produces and how he produces, I think he'll be a legend.
His style of production is not even anything different.
Right. It's just good.
He's just a good producer that uses soulful samples.
I think he's better than good, but okay.
And he's been consistent throughout his albums. I mean, he hasn't really.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think we're saying he isn't consistent. I don't think we're saying he's a whack.
Consistency is not going to make you a legend either.
You don't think so?
No. The people. Think about the people they named in their list just now. Those are people that came in, they changed the game, and they made albums that, 15, 20 years later, we can still look back and say, God damn, that was a fucking amazing album. I don't think in 10 years we're gonna look back at Return of Forever and be like, shit, remember when that shit came out? Oh my God, that shit changed the game. Because it didn't. It was just a great album. That's where you leave it. It's a great album. Legendary status, I can't think of anybody right now that's doing something right now where I can see in 15 years I'm gonna look back and say, you know what, I remember when that dude changed the game. The only person I see that could do it, maybe if he stayed on the right path, is maybe a Danny Brown, because nobody sounds like him. There's not a person I can think of that sounds like Danny Brown.
But when I think of legendary status, I guess for me, and when I think of this question, I think about hip hop right now. I kind of look at it like football a little bit, where you have a short career, like you're in there for 5-6 years and then you're done, and then somebody else, some young cat, come in and replace you. And then, so what are you doing? You have damn near 6 years to make an impact and a lasting impression in hip hop for people to consider you a legend. And I think now in hip hop, you need a grip of time sometimes to have that status.
Or you need something that is so unique, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
Who has that right now?
Or to me, great, because you said Scarface. You say had the best discography, so obviously you're putting him up there as a legend.
Scarface will probably go.
Okay, so Scarface is a legend, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so why is he a legend to you though?
The man has over 12 albums.
And they're all consistent.
They're all consistent, all dope ass albums. He was with the Ghetto Boys, who put out dope ass project. A lot of MCs that you listen to now and everybody listens to now listen to Scarface. Scarface has the respect of his peers in hip hop, which is unprecedented. Being a Southern rapper.
And not being an extremely mainstream rapper either. You gotta think about that. This is a guy that's not getting radio play. But everybody will cite him as one of the South's greatest rappers. And it makes him a legend, easily.
And that's why I can't understand why y'all don't think Crit could be there.
Because Crit's not doing that. And I don't think anybody is really bigging him up like that. Crit's a great MC, and he's a great storyteller, and he's a great producer. But those things alone are not gonna make you a legend.
So what's he missing? Because I'm not getting the connection.
Some kind of differentiality or extreme originality.
Like he's not extremely original.
No, he's not extremely original. Are you kidding me? You just said you hear Outkast, you hear Big Boy and Andre. How is that him being extremely original? And the more we talk about this, it's gonna make it sound like we're shitting on Crit. So let's clear that up real quick.
Yeah. Nobody's shitting on Crit.
Let's clear that up real quick. I love Big Crit, but a legendary person, a legendary artist, I don't see that. I don't see it. I just see him going down as being, a great fucking artist.
What about T.I.?
T.I. probably could make it, but he's been around for a while too.
Depends on his next record.
Yeah, he has a couple of bumps in the road with Mercy, and I think the one before Paper Trail.
Yeah.
Those are some strikes against him.
I mean, if you say T.I., would you say Kanye West?
Kanye West, he's a living legend.
Yeah, that conversation
I'm
already.
not the point even talking about him.
We already had that
He's already
conversation.
there.
Like Kendrick, you don't think Kendrick has legendary status?
I think he does. I think he has potential to be.
Yeah.
I think he has potential
yeah.
because you know what? It all depends on if he changes his style.
With this next
If he
album.
doesn't.
With this
Yeah, the next
next
album
album.
comes out and he's still doing that completely unique rap style that he does.
Like on Section 80.
Yeah, and if he keeps going, maybe in 5 or 6 years, yeah. But
What
right
about
now-
Nicki Minaj? I know y'all don't like her, but she has a big following.
Yeah,
so
She's gonna be a legend, man.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like, come
people
on.
are gonna look back at her and say they're gonna compare her.
Right.
That's another thing too. It's like I don't think people, if you're from the South, I don't think anybody's gonna look back and compare them to Big Crit. If you're that type of MC, people do compare you to a Bun B or a Scarface. But that automatically makes you a legend. If motherfuckers are automatically comparing you to the greats, I don't think anybody's doing that with Crit. With Nicki Minaj, I guarantee you in 15 years, if a female MC comes out,
Her name is not gonna die.
No.
Like Nicki Minaj's name is gonna be here for forever.
Well, as much as we even, in the last album, we said that she was in hip hop,
But a legend though?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Think about it, Ken. Like,
like what
come
she
on, really?
ain't no chick really has ever done. And I think Missy's a legend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And I think Nicki is, in terms of where she's at in her career, I think she surpassed Missy.
you gotta take away the fact that just like she said, you gotta take away the fact that you don't like her music.
Right.
No, I'm thinking objective.
When I think of legends, I don't think of people who I love their music.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about Jay-Z. I would never be dumb enough to say he's not a legend. You have to take that shit out. Nicki Minaj, I don't care for anything she's done. But it's easy to say she's gonna be a legend.
So with that said, Drake.
Yes,
Yeah.
easily. Easily.
I think him setting and breaking that record for #1 singles, I think that helped him out.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
with the, I didn't know that either. Yeah,
that was big for him.
you can say that.
And
You can even look at. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, and I think that's gonna serve up well on his resume when he's done.
What about Tyler the Creator?
I don't know, man.
I think so too.
You think so?
Yeah. If their momentum keeps going and Tyler's next record does what Goblin did, easily. Like dude has something. Even if I don't like
Even
Goblin,
if the crew still kind of.
even if the crew falls apart,
Yeah,
he's doing shit that not that many rappers have done and been able to keep going. The motherfucker has locked down that entire fucking angle. Like nobody else is doing that right now. You think
he'll be able to sustain that momentum?
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. If he can. If he can.
That's what's gonna make him legends. But that's what's gonna make
These are all speculations. Like it was like
And you know what I found interesting is Jay-Z wanted our Future and them to perform at some festival.
He did
was
perform.
performing at. Oh, they
did. They made in America. They performed. Yeah.
So
they had like almost an hour set.
That
at
tells you
that.
something.
Yeah, that tells you something. Like, look, you talk about a legend wants you to be there.
He asked you.
Yeah,
But that was probably more so a business move than it was a
Yeah.
your music.
Well, maybe, but at the end of the day, Jay said like, these guys got an ear to the youth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who else has that right now? Besides them? ASAP
really?
Rocky?
Really?
ASAP Rocky's really it.
Mac Miller.
No.
Why not? Look what he did independently.
Because he's gonna run out. Because he's gonna run out. I can see Mac Miller running out pretty quick.
What would cause him to run out? What do you think would cause him to run out?
What would cause him to run out? People get tired of that sound.
Yeah.
Mac Miller's not done. He has a following. They like that party, cutesy Mac
Almost
Miller.
like trendy.
It's gonna run out.
Kind of like Wiz. People, I think people gonna get tired of Wiz.
It's gonna get old.
Yeah.
said that
With Tyler,
a
it's
time ago
different
about Wiz.
because Tyler has a completely separate sound. Like you can't look at him and say he sounds exactly like this person. Like remember we had the discussion, the argument we had was really all you can compare him to is older hardcore dudes that these people don't know anything about. So to them, this is brand new. So yeah, Tyler has sustained, if he can keep that momentum going, easy. And on the mainstream level. Mac Miller, absolutely fucking not, man. Yeah, he did great with that little independent release that sold so-and-so number of copies.
What do y'all think about Joey Badass? Y'all think he never moved up? No.
He haven't even gave him a chance yet, though.
You see that shit?
I'm saying
He hasn't dropped an album
Why
yet.
are we even talking about him then? He only has one mixtape.
Because it's like again,
Yeah, exactly. But we're projecting it off of one mixtape. Off that one mixtape, no, I do not see him becoming a legend.
I don't know. I think because he's so young and doing the type of hip hop he's doing, and there's nobody really that young doing it now. It's mostly a lot of the old heads. I think he definitely has potential.
To be a legend.
He's young. I mean,
I think he's
Think about
he's
this.
16
Okay,
to 17.
we're talking about legends. We're talking about putting people up against people like Jay,
Okay.
like Ye, like Wayne, like Pac, like Biggie, Joey Badass.
it's
But
possible.
we're also talking
fucking loopy
but we're also talking about
I
people
don't know,
coming in
man.
and changing the game.
He's not changing anything.
He's
young
changed.
doing that? Who's
But
young?
he didn't change anything. Exactly. Who's young doing that?
But we're
Who's
talking
picked
about
up that style since?
But we don't know yet. It's on, like
No
I said, it's
one.
but we're looking long term. We're trying
Right.
to really project and see what could happen. What could Joey Badass do 4 or 5 years from now? At the age of 16, he can draw the younger crowd that's going around listening to Chief Keef or listening to a lot of the music that definitely doesn't have that New York East Coast sound, the lyrical rapping. He could really have a lot of these young guys, 14, 15, looking up to him because they're his age and because of the content and style of rapping, and he can have them really come in and really try and influence. He can influence. Why not?
Here's what just happened.
Why can't he influence a younger generation?
I'll tell
that's
you.
his-
If you
his
stop
same
talking,
age?
here's what just happened. Here's what just happened. What you just did with Nicki with the I don't think so, and she's done 3,000 times more than what Joey Badass is doing. You don't like Nicki, so you don't see her as a legend. Then now we're going to Joey Badass. You like him, and you're just like, he's a legend, yeah. Come on, man, take your personal feelings out of it. Take your personal feelings out of it.
He brought up Joey Badass.
I know, but you kind of like took over his passion for Joey Badass.
No, I'm taking Joey Badass and I'm thinking about this objectively and saying, here's a guy that's 16
that I like versus Nicki Minaj, who I don't.
You totally were just like Nicki Minaj, I don't see it.
And that seems completely clear to
I
anybody.
asked, could Nicki Minaj be a legend?
Is there anyone else that y'all think other than?
I can't think of nobody
I
else.
think it's safe to say we all agree on that.
Yeah, young up and coming.
Like that. Look at this.
Hey, nobody. You don't have anybody.
Who you
Biggie.
got?
Think
Bro.
about- Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
I would have said Tyler the Creator maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would have said Kendrick Lamar.